What's up, everybody? I've got another amazing Bible to show you guys today. This is the Premier Collection NIV Single Column Reference Bible from Zondervan. Stick around. Hey, welcome back. I want to show you guys this amazing Bible, but first I wanted to also show you guys a little pro tip. Now, you get the box, and inside the box you have the Bible wrapped in paper. Now let me show you something really cool that will save you from having to tear these apart. So instead of tearing this sticker off and damaging the integrity of this wrap, you'll never get it back the way it was. You can turn it on its side and pull out one of these side flaps. Now that exposes the block, whether it's the side with the page edges or the side with the spine, and then you can simply turn it over and let it slide right out of this wrapping, and that keeps this wrapping intact, so you can put it back in there in case you ever were to sell it. You'll have the original wrapping, which is super important for the next buyer. Now on the back of this box we can see some features. You can see the hand-bound goatskin leather cover with raised hubs. It also tells you it's a Smith-sewn edge-line construction, art gilt page edges, and you can read the rest of this. But it's amazing. 9.5 point font, and it is the NIV cover print typeface. So when we look at this Bible, the first thing that stands out to me is how beautiful the color design is on this Bible. The silver imprinting on this black leather is just right. And the addition of the raised ribs compared to the first generation Premier Collection editions really makes a huge difference in the attractiveness of the spine. So this goatskin is that same really super soft black goatskin that we saw from the first generation of the Premier Collection editions. So I'd love to see this in that brown, really rigid grained goatskin. Now the color scheme of this Bible is amazing. Everything goes really well together. On the inside of the cover you have this great liner. You have goatskin leather cover imprinted in this silver. You also have a silver gilt line going around the edge of the cover, your edge line tab, and then we get to the great color matching. You have the blue on the presentation page, and then you can see the highlights on the title page with this light blue. And on the publication page, you can see it's a 2019 publication made in China. It's the NIV Reference Deluxe Single Column Edition. Now when we lay this Bible out, you can really see the colors come together. You can really see the blues from the page numbers and the guidance at the top of the page, the section headings, and the chapter numbers. Those blues really come out. There's this beautiful like baby blue or pale blue background behind the references. So it really gives it a three-color look. So you have the three different 10mm double-sided satin ribbons here, all in three different shades of blue, which really go well together. So these ribbons really are nice. You can see how shiny they are on the front side, and then the back side they're also shiny double-sided satin ribbons. This text layout is great. It is a 9.5 point font. Now you can see that the text does run into the gutter, but you can also see that a big Bible like this is very floppy, and you see how it rolls off on the ends, basically right where the references are. And that keeps the text in front of you. So it's probably easier to read text that's found in the gutter rather than reading it off the edges of these pages as they roll off the edge of your hand. So yeah, text in the gutter is not very ideal, but it's better than text on the edge of the page rolling off out of sight. And since this edition is so floppy, it opens so flat that reading out of the gutter is not an issue at all. Another thing I really love about this edition is right underneath the section headings, there are paralleled texts that say a similar story or a similar thing. So here in Matthew 26, you can see that it cites Mark and Luke for parallel text for the Garden of Gethsemane. I know it's pretty pale to see, but there is a really light blue art gilt under this silver gilding. It's really subtle, which it really matches up with these light blue tones around the reference section, really faint. So it really matches that. So it really goes so well together. Now at the end of the text, we come to the table of weights and measures, and then to our concordance. Now this concordance is probably one of the easiest to navigate concordances that I've ever used. You have so much contrast between the words being referenced, and then you have a verse by verse layout of the cited text underneath in bold and regular text. It's only 2 columns, so you don't have all this information crammed together. So it's really a joy to use. So at the end of the concordance, we come to the note regarding the type, and this just explains that this is an NIV typeface created by 2K Denmark. And then last but not least, we have our maps on glossy cardstock, but this cardstock doesn't seem to be as glossy, as like really mirror shine glossy as other glossy cardstocks. It's still glossy cardstock, and really the maps are pretty simple, which that's a good thing for a lot of people. There's not like information overload on these maps, so they're really usable to an extent. Now, a lot of other maps come with a lot more information on them, but these are going to be good just depending on your level of study. And then after the maps, we come to the back end sheet. Now this is one thing that I really am not a fan of. One of the few things that I've just not liked is on the back liner, the ISBN number is imprinted on the back liner. And it takes this amazing, handcrafted, beautiful, heirloom quality Bible, and it makes it feel too industrial. So for the entirety of this Bible, using this Bible feels premium. It feels next level until you get to this back liner and you see this ISBN number imprinted on the back liner. It completely removes that level of prestige that was there, that you've already worked to build through this experience. You can put the ISBN number anywhere. It doesn't have to be on the back liner. This was a choice made, and I just think it's the wrong choice. So that's it for this review. This NIV single column reference is really a beauty. And ever since the Heritage came out in Premier Collection, which is the single column without references, I have wanted to get my hands on a single column reference. And I love that layout. I love the single column reference, whether it's in the ESV, the NASB, or whatever. It's really a joy to read. So thank you guys again for watching. If you want to pick one of these up, I'll leave a link in the description below. If you purchase through that link, it'll help out the channel. I really appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And as always, God bless.